guys, some gamer dude here. So G-Unit / Stride, a card type that dominated nearly half of Vanguard's time existing and in many ways changed the game dramatically. Powerful, adding much consistency, increasing the price of the game substantially, and being enough for a fair few people to quit. People who are apparently coming back with the reboots. I don't think it as a mechanic is controversial now, but was it broken? The Stride has three notable aspects to them. The cost of pitching a grade 3 or units whose grades total 3 or higher, the 15,000 power that they give to the Vanguard, and their triple drive. Like the norm for this series, we are talking the general mechanic, not individual specimens. The place I want to start with is triple drive, as we have an equation to its value. Ultimate Dimensional Robo Great Daikaiser has an effect that gives it drive check +1, or what is effectively triple drive. For triple drive, he needs Limit Break 4 and a Special Counter Blast 2. The Special Counter Blast is inconsistent whether it means more than regular Counter Blast or is just a balancing tool, but I don't believe it means more. Seeing how it's used on cards such as Battle System Monarcha, it looks like a balancing tool to force the effect into an archetype deck, not a restriction to excuse a stronger ability. The base value of Limit Break itself is 1 card, as we established back in the Break Ride video. Altogether, the triple drive of the G-Unit is valued at 2 cards. The 15,000 power is also very easy to break down because 5,000 power is 1 card. This means that the power of the G-Unit is worth 3 cards. Even just disregarding the idea that this is also a tutor, the G-Unit's effects upon the game are 5 cards worth. What does it cost? Going back to the Break Ride video, we discovered that utilizing a grade 3, regardless of whether it's a persona effect or not, is valued at 2 cards. We don't know what Bushiroad considers both players being at grade 3 is worth, but it is considered a restriction of some value for some reason. I can't fathom why, even with the grade 1 rush decks that happened, riding to grade 3 is a natural part of the game. All this restriction does is stop 26,000 base versus a grade 2, but I really doubt it's worth a whopping 3 cards. That's just not reasonable. In reality, the G-Unit was made in such a way as to outshine and overpower Legion, as Legion had been made with the same intentions regarding Limit Break. Your average power buff from a Legion was 2 stages, or giving you a very easy way to access 26,000 power after a boost. Stride is 1 stage above that, providing the same power level before a boost. Legion made triggers more frequent should you put them back in exclusively during the Legion process. Stride just straight up gave you an additional drive check, giving everyone the same trigger chance as CEO Amaterasu. The only part where Legion and Stride are different, instead of an upgrade, is Legion could reuse triggers, Stride filters the hand each turn. Stride was broken, there is no question about that. You don't even have to start figuring out the cost to benefits ratio. You get the payment back via triple drive. But what makes Stride worse is its comparisons to older mechanics and cards. Older than Legion. G-Units are positioned as a grade 4, except all prior grade 4 have been given a power of 13,000. Strides have a vanilla of 16,000 and with an effective base of 15,000. The original grade 4s still have twin drive, no triple drive for them. I am baffled as to why as a G-Unit the grade 4 was buffed so much. There is no rhyme or reason beyond outpower Legion. But the comparison to Break Ride is the most prominent because the mechanics are so close in concept. Break Ride at Limit Break 4. You can ride upon it to gain plus 10,000 for the turn and an effect. You are rewarded for your devotion to something that does nothing till Limit Break and it costs you a card. You can Break Ride over Break Ride and get that plus 10,000 and an effect each turn, but it's a -1 each time unless the effect makes it a net 0. Stride demands no devotion, and you can't lose it if you ride over it with your ideal Vanguard. They actually introduced Vanguards that gave you something when you stride, completing the Break Ride comparison. You just pitch something you can ride at grade 3 or given a total grade 3 as an effect, get that plus 15,000 buff, whatever effect that Stride had, and to top it off, an additional drive check with the side effect of replacing your cost. I think the hardest part of the G-Unit is that it had to be this strong to get anywhere, all due to Legion. If it didn't get its cost back and it wasn't more powerful than Legion, why would you use it? If the G unit had 13,000 power and twin drive, would you ever play it? No, you wouldn't, because Legion is about the same with no cost. But this would be the fairer design for the G unit. Had Legion never happened, a fair G unit probably could have been a thing. Break Ride was imbalanced due to having no consistency in what the mechanic could produce. Legion had no rhyme or reason with its restrictions, and one wasn't so much a restriction as it was a positive effect. Stride is out and out broken. It's strictly superior to an established mechanic and designed with power creep in mind. This has been